And welcome to this episode of Reminisce with Ash. In this episode, I'm going to take you back to the game between India and Bangladesh in 2016 in the T20 World Cup held at Bengaluru Stadium. This game was known to be a very exciting encounter, but I experienced a roller coaster of emotions. In fact, in my view, if I had to explain this game in one word, it would be the roller coaster. Why do I call it the roller coaster? Because every time one team had its nose in front, the other team managed to wrestle the initiative back. We batted first, couldn't get a big score on the board, but what I remember when we batted first was a stunning catch taken by Soumya Sarkar to dismiss Hardik Pandya. Hardik had set foot to bat and gave us the much required impetus into the innings. He gave the momentum. As he was batting really well, Soumya Sarkar's catch pushed us back in the game. Mahi finished pretty well, but despite the decent finish, we couldn't get ourselves to 150. In what seemed like just under par score on that day, we had to bowl and field really well to have a fighting chance in that game. When we started to field and bowl, things didn't start up very brightly. As things didn't start up very brightly, standing there at mid-on, I felt this game was not ours. We misfielded, we put down as many as 3 catches of Tamim Iqbal and Shakib-ul Hasan, where both of them made us pay in a small way. When Tamim Iqbal was put down by Jasprit at short fine, he went on to score 4 boundaries in Jasprit's 6th over in the power play. These 4 boundaries were not all crisp shots. One of them was edged fine to third man for a boundary, the other one was slapped without time through mid-off for a boundary, and I started to feel if this game was not meant to be ours. As this was happening, Tamim Iqbal stepped out and got stumped to Ravindra Jadeja right after the power play. Shakib-ul Hasan came into bat a bit later, but I put him down in the 10th over where Shakib made me pay heavily. He hit the next 2 boundaries outside the fence of Hardik Pandya and of Ravindra Jadeja to make me wonder if I had shelled the game for Team India. As I was thinking, I got the 13th over to bowl, in which I had a very defensive mindset. I was asking for a fielder at short third man, where Mahi insisted that I have a slip, because one best way of trying to win this game was to dismiss Shakib. After deliberation, we put a slip in, and there it went. Suresh snapped Shakib-ul Hasan, and we were right back in the game. When we were back in the game, as it looked like we had our noses in front, Mushfiq and Mahmudullah put a fine partnership in place. As the game was meandering along, they needed 20 odd runs of the last 2 overs. Jasprit, who had had a pretty ordinary game till then, he had that last power play over, put a catch down, hadn't had the greatest of games till then, came back to bowl one of the best 19th over that I've ever seen from a youngster then. He obviously went on to do much better things than that day, but that 19th over, bowling to a settled Mushfiq and Mahmudullah, gave us a fighting chance going into the last over. Hardik, with the 20th over, had the responsibility of defending 10 runs. Where Mahi and Hardik had a chat about what to bowl, the first ball was a fine cover drive by Mushfiq past cover for a boundary. The next one was a streaky flick, missing Mahi's glove by a whisker for a boundary. I thought the game was all but done. But as this day had so many ebbs and flows, it didn't go differently either. Mushfiq and Mahmudullah both held out to deep mid-wicket to different field plays that Mahi had put. One was Shikhar Dhawan and the other one was Ravindra Jadeja, working beautifully in tandem. Now, of the last ball, a incoming batsman, Shivagata Home, had to just make 2 runs? 2 runs of the last ball, and we had a discussion in the middle in the huddle, where everybody gave different options, but it was finally decided upon that a bouncer be bowled. Hardik executed in what was a decent bouncer under pressure. Under pressure, he bowled a decently high bouncer just inside the wide line, where Shivagata Home missed the ball completely. It was unexpected because of the field set, and Mahi, who's known for his street smartness as always, had his gloves off and kept running in as he was catching the ball to whip the bails off, to give India one of the most famous victories. It was a very exciting night as far as I was concerned. I also had my daughter, who had come there for her first game in live stadium. She had a wonderful time, and I went on to be the man of the match as well. It was a very special game that will be etched in my memory forever.